Everybody. We're going to get started on this webinar. First of all, we're just going to introduce ourselves. So hello, everybody. My name is Marco Landon. I go by Marco, he, they pronouns, and I'm one of the early outreach interns for UCSD Undocumented Center.
Hi, my name's Crystal, and I go by Cristal or Crystal, and my pronouns are she or they, and I am a retention intern at the Undocumented Student Service Center.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alfaro, pronouns he, him, his, and I am the program manager for the Undocumented Student Center. Thank you for joining us.
And so for this webinar, we're going to be having me and Crystal take the lead on presenting, and Daniel will be answering any questions that may arise via the Q&A or the chat box. So feel free to message at any time, and Daniel will be helping answer questions there. All right. So we first wanted to begin by saying congratulations. We are so happy that you're going to be joining us at UCSD. We're really excited to meet all of you. I know Crystal and I are graduating, but we are saying it in hopes that the Undoc Center is excited and really thrilled to have you on campus. It's a great center, it's a great place, and we're going to show you why. All right, so we want to generally go over what the Undoc Center is all about. So our vision is that we want to advance the success and upward mobility of all undocumented students pursuing higher education. And this is done through a variety of programs, done through a variety of internships, and a variety of different services that we offer that you'll see in the later slides. Our mission as a center is to cultivate an inclusive and engaging environment through systemic change and provide holistic support through equitable programs that enhance the matriculation, retention, and post-graduation success of all undocumented students at UC San Diego. Sounds like a lot of big things. How do we do it? Well, that's what the guiding principles are all about. We have 8 ones that we follow very intently, and that we make sure that all of our programs, all of our services stand by these vision, mission, and guiding principles, which are it's student developed. Almost every single one of our programs are developed by students themselves, like Crystal and I and a bunch of other interns. Second, it's very student-centered, which means that if a program isn't working, it might be because we aren't centering the students. So we constantly ask for feedback, we constantly ask for how to improve, and we always tweak and change how our programs look, just so that we can center the student in all of them. We also like to foster community, and that's through a variety of different programs as well, and just making sure that you come into the center and we really chat with you, get to know who you are, and develop a community within the Undoc Center so that you feel this is a brave and safe space for you to come at. We also have very innovative programs. We'll go into a little detail about that later. We have accessible high impact practices that is developed through data-driven practices. So they both kind of go hand in hand, where we create these practices from data and statistics that actually work. So we're not just creating programs, we're creating programs that come from studies and research before. We also added these last 2 portions amidst all the racial unrest that's going on right now. We want to have guiding principles that are anti-racist practices and also intersectional solidarity, which means that all of our practices are trying to uproot white supremacy and trying to uproot all of the systemic erasure towards non-white folks in America. And also we want intersectional solidarity, where we partner with different organizations, different campus groups, and also different centers to make sure that we're really being in solidarity with different identities, not just the undocumented community, but all the intersections that come with it.
So for our 4 pillars, are program, services, student aid, and center amenities. And we're going to go more in detail about each one. So for our programs, we have different ones. For example, early outreach, which Marco is a part of. And for early outreach, their responsibilities were to reach out to high school students and inform them of the Undocumented Student Service Center at UCSD, letting them know that they have support here and they are able to come to our school. For retention, as being part of the retention team, our job was to ensure that students had the tools to succeed and were on their route to graduation. As part of the retention team as well, we're part of community building. So we created events that would allow students to rest and, to just be able to take a step back from all the workload that comes through school and the pressure that comes with being at a UC system. And another program is our advocacy group. And our advocacy group, we're in charge of advocating for bills that pertain to the undocumented community and lobbying. They went to Sacramento this year, and that is a program that they have been doing for the past 3 years. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we don't know how that looks this academic year. We will keep in touch about that. And our professional development team, which it was in charge of creating events to help uplift the development of students in the professional environment, whether that was skills or tools that they needed for interviews, such as like clothing. And then following programs, we have services.
I'd also like to add inside programs, like what Crystal was saying, all of these are done by students themselves. And so like, if any time that you are like looking for a job, or you might want to look for some work that you want to do that is social justice related or with the undocumented students related, this might be a place for you. We employ students with regards, no regards to citizenship status. So regardless of where you come from, who you are, as long as you apply, you have innovative programs, great ideas, there might be a chance that you might be joining us on the team and creating innovative programs yourself.
Yes, thank you for that, Marco.
Mm-hmm. And so some of the services that we offer, and this is not extensive, this is just like one of the main two that we have, is one-on-one guidance. Like Daniel introduced himself, he's the program manager. We also have two other folks that you can meet with, which is the assistant coordinator, Christian Gonzalez, and also our legal attorney, which again works with legal support, is Andres P. Lemons. We have an on-site attorney, Andres, who will work with you for cases like DACA renewals, work with cases with you, well, once the situation kind of simmers down, of course, with DACA renewals, and also any other things like petitions or anything regarding immigration. So we have that service for you here on campus, and it's completely free. One thing I love to highlight every single time is that if you choose to come to a UC and you access services inside the Undocumented Student Services Center, that also means you can access services at every single UC. So let's say that, for example, you go to UCSD, but you live near UCLA. And so you might need to go to access services at UCLA when you go home for winter break. That's fine, that's completely free. You can still go to UCLA, Andres would just be communicating with UCLA, and then you can pick up there for a little bit if that's more accessible for you. So it's very flexible, and again, it's very student-centered. We wanna make sure that we're creating these programs and these services cater towards you, and to make sure that you're able to access them in the most accessible way.
And for student aid, we do have funds allocated for each one of these programs. First is our immigration fees, which would help with DACA renewals. That would have to go through how Marco mentioned, our legal attorney, Andres. And for appointments, you make, for appointments that could be scheduled online. And then for professional development, I think,
I can help you with that one, Crystal.
Please,
with professional development, we make funding available to students who want to take advantage of workshops, classes, anything that is part of or would be considered professional development. Maybe in the past, we even helped students cover fees for conferences that they wanted to go to. That's not something that may be possible with COVID, but if something falls within professional development and there's an expense associated with that, we may be able to help you cover that expense.
Give me 1 second. There's like a lot of background noise. I don't know if you could go ahead, and I'm gonna close my window. Daniel, can you take care of the rest, please?
Yes, I can jump in and take care of the other one. So professional development, again, that's funding for professional development opportunities. The maximum amount that we can award students is $500 per year, and it is on a first come, first served basis. Graduate school preparation, very similar to professional development. So if you're thinking of going to graduate school, and for example, you want to take the GRE exam, which is a graduate school entrance exam, we can help you cover that expense. If you're thinking of taking a prep course, we can help you cover that expense. This is also limited to $500 per year, and it would require you, for example, if you do want to do that entrance exam, we would ask you to first take a prep course. We'll cover that. We'll refund you for that. Once you complete the prep course, we'll help you pay for the actual exam. Again, limited to $500. The fellowships for undergraduate students and graduate students, these are opportunities that provide students who don't have a work permit with a way to secure an unpaid internship and get some type of compensation. So these are very specific for those students, undocumented students who don't have DACA, who want that hands-on experience, but cannot get a job because they don't have a work permit. They don't have work authorization. This is our alternative. And this is currently a program that we house through our Dream Fellowship, but we're hoping to expand so that other campus departments can also offer these type of fellowships. Lastly, the Food Security Initiative, we, in a partnership with the Basic Needs folks on campus, we were awarded funding to give funding to our students, and we make that available through e-gift cards. So we have the program is available for students throughout the year. You submit a form, we assess your need for food security, and depending on that need, we'll provide you a gift card, an electronic gift card valued between $25 and $100 every month. The gift cards are available to grocery stores, or they're available to food delivery services. So think of Grubhub, think of Uber Eats, Postmates, and they're also available to restaurants. So Chipotle, Panera, I think we have Burger King, a ton of restaurants. If you apply for the food security and we determine that you have a need, you'll receive a gift card with a value of $25 to $100. And those are some of the ways that we provide student aid for our students.
Awesome. And Daniel, I see that somebody might have asked a question, so maybe you can click the Q&A. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. So see if it works for you.
I can take that, yes.
Okay, just moving forward a little bit. We also have some physical center amenities. I know that this won't really pertain right now due to COVID and not being really on campus. However, once campus does open up, we want to let you know about all these amazing center amenities that we have. For one, we have free printing and school supplies. So you can think of school supplies like notebooks, pens, erasers, glue sticks, pens, pencils, all that stuff. It's completely free to you. You just come in and just kind of ask the person in the front desk for some of these services, and we'll make sure to give it to you. We also have a free food bar. We have an extensive food bar where we have bagels, cream cheese, we have some meats, we have some dairy, anything that you can really eat. So make sure when you get a chance to come on campus to really check that out. We also have a social and a study space. Although our space isn't too large, it is very packed at all times. We have people who come inside and people who hang outside where they kind of just chat, or they kind of have time where they can go inside or stay outside to study. There's always people in the center coming in and out, so you'll always have something to do if you're here. And last but not least, we also have computer stations. We have Macs everywhere. We have like about 4 MacBook Pros kind of just sitting out there for you to use for free. You just have to sign in with your UCSD PID and password, and you pretty much get to access the Mac for however long you want. And over here, we just wanted to showcase some images for the 2019 and 2020 school year. You can see some of the programs that we had, like on the top left over here, the retention team, which Crystal was on. They put on an amazing Hollow Week event. It was really fun. They had some barbecues. It was a great time. And further, they even put on hikes. Over here, you can see that we had some tabling events. We have an internal white elephant party. We had a partnership with the Razas Resource Centro. And over here, you can see the advocacy team. Although they were cut short a little bit this year because we weren't able to meet in person, that didn't change the fact that they still wanted to advocate for some bills and they still wanted to do the work that they want to do. So they took it online. And this is what we mean by innovative programs and really changing and making sure that it's student-centered. Although it may be inconvenient to us for a little bit, we're willing to adapt and change so that we meet the needs of our students because we always want to put the students first. Crystal, do you want to add anything to this?
And no, I think you said it all.
All right. All right, and we wanted to keep this portion. Really short for the presentation, just giving you a brief overview. And we wanted to ask if you all had any questions regarding undocumented student services centers. We also understand that some questions might be private and also sensitive. So down over here, you can see our email at undoc@ucsd.edu. At any time, you can feel free to please email there about any questions that might pertain to you specifically, someone you might know, or just about immigration or being undocumented in general. So feel free to send an email over there and we'll be emailing you back. Check out our website at uss.ucsd.edu. We also have the QR code that leads to our Facebook page, or we can even use this time right now where you can ask questions in the Q&A and then we can try to answer a little bit. So we'll maybe give it like maybe 2 or 3 minutes to just wait a little bit.
And Marco, I'm going to post a link to our newsletter. So if students want to sign up, they can click on the link. It'll take them directly to the sign up page, and that newsletter gets sent out. It tends to get sent out at least once a month. Sometimes we send out one in between before the end of the month if there are important updates that we want to share with students. But it is the best way. That and following us on Facebook are the best ways to stay on top of everything that we do: activities, programs, funding, updates, changes to policies. If you receive that newsletter, you'll be updated on time. If you follow our Facebook, sometimes even our Facebook is updated more regularly than our newsletter. We don't want to bombard students with newsletters. We know you receive a lot of newsletters from every other department. So the following us on Facebook is definitely the best way to stay on top of what we do. And I'll post the link right now.
It seems like we don't have any questions right now. Crystal, Daniel, do you have any last kind of things that you want to say before we kind of end this webinar?
Yes, I actually found you. So Marco helped me today to put together a link tree, which I had never heard of, but it's a way to link multiple links on your Instagram account. So I'm gonna send you the link tree where you can find the links to book an appointment with us, sign up for our newsletter, visit our website, and visit our Facebook, all in one link. So this was amazing. Thank you, Marco, for doing that.
We also do have a question right now. Daniel, maybe you can be able to answer this one. Will we have a webinar regarding the new regulations of DACA?
Yes, so our legal team, you mentioned Andres Lemons, he's working on information that we can share with our students. We've already made an announcement yesterday through our newsletter on it. It was a quick assessment of the new changes to DACA. As more information gets put together, we will be sharing that through our social media. And if there's an opportunity for us to do a webinar, then we'll go ahead and do that. Right now, things are rapidly changing. And so it's hard for us to put together information when that may be relevant the following day. But follow us on Facebook, follow us on through our newsletter, and you'll be updated on anything that you must know.
I see we also have another question. How do you become a part of these programs? I'm thinking like any programs in general, right? All you have to do is sign up. And you just have to follow our Facebook page, log in on Instagram, or follow our Instagram or anything on there. We'll have usually RSVP forms and sign up forms. All you have to do is just fill up your PID. I'm sorry, it's really loud. Fill up your PID and also your email, and we'll send you those information in there. Were you able to hear me through all that? Okay.
One thing that I mentioned to students when they come and see us is that we don't. It is not required for you to visit us. It is not. You visiting us tends to be an opportunity for you to troubleshoot something that you may be going through that you don't know how to do yourself. Some students come to us because they want to know how they need to do something when applying for off-campus housing, or they're applying for an internship and they're asking if they have work authorization, or if they would like to be sponsored. applying for a credit card, applying for jobs, applying for a driver's license, traveling. So if you find yourself in that situation where you're not sure how to proceed because of your immigration status, that is the cue to come and see us. That is a cue to make an appointment with us. And what we'll do is that we'll listen. There is a good chance that your situation is something that we've seen in the past with other students, but I'm always surprised that sometimes I've never seen, that one particular thing, and it may take some time for us to figure things out, but know that we're going to be there to support you, and that we make the effort to ensure that you have access to those opportunities that may look like they're out of reach.
I see we have another question. When will be the earliest you can contact us if you're an incoming freshman? Right now. You have our email down there. You can feel free to email us as soon as this webinar is over, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
And I'll reiterate something that you said, Marco. Legal services are a big thing. One of the biggest services that we offer, and that's mostly that's used by most of our students. And so as a student, if you're enrolled, you have access to that service for free, and the service is extended to your immediate family members. And like Marco said, even if you're not on campus now, you could go to another campus, another UC campus nearest you, and be seen by an attorney there. You do have to contact us first, and we'll help you facilitate that connection to the other attorney. But that's a service that you don't have to find outside assistance. You can come to us. It's with a reputable attorney. We'll help you fill out the paperwork, and in some cases, we've mentioned the financial assistance that we provide. We'll help you cover the DACA renewal. We've worked with students on adjusting their status, so they've gone from undocumented to permanent residents. We've helped them with that process, and we've helped them cover that expense. We've even had students who were residents and needed to apply for naturalization to become citizens. We helped them with that process, and also help them with the funding. So this is a lot of support for you. Please use it. The financial support associated with the legal support is only available for students. So we are not able to cover your siblings' DACA application. We can only cover that for you. But the service, the actual meeting with the immigration attorney, that is accessible to everyone in your immediate family. So parents, siblings, if you're married, your spouse, if you're married, or even if you're not married and you have children, to your children, that's all accessible to you and to them.
If there are no further questions, please direct them again to undoc@ucsd.edu. Ria, did you have last comments?
Wanted to say thank you to Marco, Crystal, and Daniel for being here, and sharing a bit more of the services, programs, and information to our students. And as a reminder, while the session is recorded, we will honor the confidentiality of our attendees. And with that, I know Marco just dropped the email as well, so you can go ahead and get that. But thank you all so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.